This is absolutely insane.
Why is Hawkules tweeting this? And why is there a petition to fire Spark from KingsIsles?
The only thing I want to have happen is that the community understand who Matthew Anderson is as a person.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Alyssa Love 217 here, and welcome back to another video. Wow, we have a lot to talk about because we are going to be talking about recent events that have been happening in the Wizard 101 and Pirate 101 community. Now, I do want to preface that this is still pretty fresh, everything's pretty new, and there could be things that happen after this video that I might miss. Something actually happened today, so I'm kind of glad that I waited a little bit before making this video because I do have a small update from everything that has happened so far. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, we're going to be talking about the situation with Hawkules and him getting fired. There's been a whole lot of stuff that has been said, a lot of things that have been spread around, and stuff that needs to be clarified. So I just thought I would put together an entire video of the whole timeline that has happened within the last couple of days, because I feel like everything has been getting mixed up. People are spreading things and saying things that they shouldn't be. So I am just going to be making a very clear timeline of everything that has happened so far. While I know Hawkules was a part of the Pirate 101 community and was the Pirate 101 community manager, I do want to make clear of how much of an impact he left on the Wizard 101 community. I know he was very involved with Pirate, but he was also very involved with the Wizard 101 community, and I've had the pleasure of talking to him a few times, and I know he was really involved in the KI Lives where they talk about Wizard 101 and all the community events. So I just want to make clear as a Wizard 101 player that I genuinely did care about Hawkules, and I really wish him the best, and I hope he's doing okay, and he really will be missed in this community. So I don't know if they specified what date this happened, but unfortunately Hawkules did get fired from KingsIsles. Now this is huge news because we just lost a recent Wizard 101 community manager not even a year ago, and this is huge that another community manager is gone. So this all happened at the start on Wednesday, this past Wednesday, November 13th. This is when people started to realize something was wrong because Hawkules was no longer in like the Wiz Cord or Pirate Cord, and people were starting to question what was going on. So later on, we did end up getting some leaked messages from a mod chat that's in the Pirate Cord or Wizard 101 Cord. I'm not exactly sure which one it's from, but Spark does send a message saying that Hawk was no longer working with KingsIsles, and I will put the message here and you can pause and if you want to read it. But at this point on, no one really knew if he was fired or if he quit, so we were still just kind of confused as to what was going on. And another message actually got leaked where Hawkules did leave a goodbye message, but Spark deleted it, and I thought that was kind of weird. So later that day, we actually ended up getting a tweet from Hawkules confirming that he was actually fired, and there is an entire Twitter thread if you want to read it. I'll link it down below in the description, but he does go over everything, and there are some really concerning things that are in the tweet. And before I go into any of these details, I do want to make it clear that I do not condone any type of harassment towards any of the parties. Please do not send hate their way. Please keep it respectful. I myself was pretty shocked to read some of the things that were said, and I am really disappointed that somebody that is running our community right now has said those things. I do not support the things that were said, so I even made a tweet that I am not going to be working with the extra credits program right now until this stuff gets situated, because if you don't know this already, Spark actually runs the extra credits program, and I do not want to work with the program that he is running. So I am, for now, not working with extra credits. So yeah, with that being said, this Twitter thread was made, and it was really disappointing to see, and it did cause a lot of uproar in the community. So in this Twitter thread, lots of claims were made towards our community manager, Spark, and we actually did have somebody recently come out with a Google Doc kind of backing up some claims that Hawkules was mentioning in the thread. So I will link that down below if you want to see that. Now, this is where everything started to get really messy, and it's kind of the main reason why I wanted to make today's video, because a lot of things started getting like mushed together. Everything was getting a little bit fuzzy. But after this tweet came out, lots of people were spamming in the Wizard 101 Discord, Pirate 101 Discord. They were having like spam pinging Spark, telling him to resign, and sending harassment his way, calling him names, saying that he was like talking to minors and calling him a terrorist, like bringing up random things that had nothing to do with the thread in general. So I didn't really think that was cool. I think it's okay to protest against something that's not okay, and I do like I said, I've known Spark for a very long time, and I am very disappointed in the things that were said about him. However, I'm not going to go out of my way to call him names and find personal pictures of him and try to dox him and look up his work information. I don't think that's okay. So I do ask, if you are doing things like that, please do not do that. That's not what we should be doing as a community. As a community, we should be coming together and fighting for the right thing. And I do think that Spark, as a community manager, should be fired, or he should quit, or should resign, or should at least, at the bare minimum, be moved to a different position. But I do not think that we should be sending harassment his way. So after all this stuff was happening, with all this stuff in the Pirate Court and the Wizard 101 Discord and the spamming and all this stuff, Hawkules actually did come out with a little mini interview on Slade's video, and I will link this down below. I do want to give credit to him because this is not my interview, but he did go in and clarify about the fire, like why he got fired, and the stalker issue actually happened a year prior. It wasn't anything recent, because I know people were actually looking into this stalker situation. If you don't know what I'm talking about, he actually made a tweet in his thread that says, "By the way, in the conversation where the ex-Wizard 101 community manager and I confronted Anderson about not letting a coworker's stalker get access to other coworkers, he went on a rant about how the whole Blizzard sexual misconduct issues were blown way out of proportion." So people were starting to assume the reason why Hawkules got fired was because he was protesting a stalker getting hired on at KingsIsle. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, there is a situation where there was a stalker involved with a KingsIsle employee. Somebody was stalking them. Word was getting mixed up saying that the reason why Hawkules got fired was because he was protesting against this stalker being hired. Now, Hawkules did actually come back and clarify that he did not get fired for this reason. And there's also a tweet that says this. It says, "Clarification. Anderson invited the stalker for a journalistic style interview, not a job. I was not fired for protesting that." And then at the very end, it says, "Oh, and congrats for 1,000+ signatures." If you have no idea what he's talking about, there's actually a petition out right now, and I will link that down below. Sorry, I'm linking so many things. I will link it down below, but there is a petition to get Spark fired from KingsIsle. So if you want to look into that, I'll link that down below as well. But here is the interview from Slade's video.
I'd like to make it abundantly clear that I was not fired directly, or really even indirectly, for protesting Anderson's attempt, and very defended attempt, at getting Dual Circle, led by an ex-stalker of one of my coworkers, his defended attempt at getting them a over-the-phone journalistic interview with me and my coworkers. That is one of the major things that I felt uncomfortable and upset about, that he defended trying to get one of my coworkers' stalkers intimate access to my other coworkers. I did not appreciate that in any way, shape, or form, especially his doubling and tripling down on defending it, and then bringing up the sexual misconduct at Blizzard as a further topic to bring up at the time. I don't appreciate that at all in any way, shape, or form. But I want to make it abundantly clear. People have been saying Hawkules was fired for protesting this is factually incorrect. I was fired for not doing my job. The stalker Blizzard conversation happened easily over a year earlier, and I can call that the impetus for me not wanting to continue to doing quality work for a person who I personally feel had very little moral standing at all, especially for how stoutly he defended it, until it came down to people asking questions and he had to apologize. I want the record to be absolutely clear about why I was fired and who this person is. KingsIsle as a corporation, I feel, is absolutely filled to the brim with good people trying to do a good job, and I wish them all the best. The only thing I want to have happen is that the community understand who Matthew Anderson is as a person, and as a community get to decide whether or not he gets to represent them.
So that is the gist of everything that has happened so far. Now, as far as a response, Spark actually did come out with a little bit of a response in the extra credit server, and I'm going to put it here. It says, "Hey y'all, please take what you see today with a grain of salt. I think everyone's emotions are super high right now. There's a lot of misconceptions going around right now, and we're trying to sort it out. Thank you for understanding and not taking it out on each other." I myself was not too pleased with this response from Spark in the extra credit server, but I'll let you guys kind of talk about that in the comment section down below. But he was kind of just downplaying the tweet that Hawkules made. And then, as of today, Friday, kingsisles came out with an official response, and I'll put it up here on the screen. I'm sorry if it's hard to read. I do have a link down below as well if you want to read the actual full statement. But people were trying to come out and say that this is an AI generated statement. I'll let you guys figure that out yourselves in the comments. I do not know if it is or not. But the kingsisles account was actually made today and joined the Pirate 101 Discord. They did not put this in the Wizard 101 Discord announcements. They put this in the Pirate 101 Discord announcements. So if you want to read that, I will link it down below. But let me know what you guys think of this situation. I am really devastated that this is happening to our community. And like I said, I've known Spark for a very long time, and it's really sad to hear this news and to see that the things that he's been saying, and I am really just upset about it all. And I do feel for Hawkules, and I hope that he's doing okay. And I do agree that Spark should not be our community manager anymore. Now, I don't know if anything's going to happen in terms of if he's going to get fired, or if he's going to quit, or if he's going to get demoted to a different position. I have no idea. But what do you guys think should happen? Leave it in the comment section down below. And I do want to mention again, all the harassment that has been sent his way, I really am just asking you guys, please keep it civil. Please peacefully protest, sign the petition, just spread the word. And if you have any other questions about this situation, please let me know. If I left anything out, please leave it in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!